Hey Scorpio, welcome to Eight of Cups Tarot. Welcome to your cards for September. So right off the bat, I just want everybody to be aware that September and October can be pretty turbulent. We're going through a lot of harsh planetary aspects. Venus, as it continues to move through Cancer, will start to oppose at Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter conjunction, so that's a third house, ninth house issues for you, as well as, third house is communication, opposing that ninth house of your beliefs, ninth house of your purpose, your religious beliefs, your philosophies, higher learning even. And then you have this Mars retrograde in your sixth house. And this is where things can get really interesting. Mars in your sixth will begin to make a square to Venus as well as Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter. And so you see there's a lot of tension. It's almost like a massive tug of war that's going on in the outside world as well as within us. In our personal lives, this will also play out. And I'm definitely seeing it play out in your cards, Scorpio. Now, your energy for the month of September is that of the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Now, Sun moves into Virgo. Mercury will be in Virgo in September. And suddenly, we are compelled to clear the clutter. Now, Virgo, in your 11th house, there might be a lot of stuff going on with friends, associates, work stuff. It could also be your wishes and dreams. You may be called to kind of really pay attention to the higher perspective stuff right now. I feel a lot of soul-searching energy coming from this Hermit, meaning that it's probably best for most of the month to take that Hermit mode, to kind of shield yourself from other people's stuff, because you're going to be working through a lot of things in your own life as well. Now, the environment card for you is Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands could be a lot of pressure coming to a head. It's definitely a card of action, of movement. Things could feel like you have to take control. And we're going to talk about that for a second because the Emperor pops up as well. Eight of Wands might be an energy where you're kind of forced to step in and take action on a certain thing in your life. And the Hermit card tells me this might be something that you have been avoiding for a while. Now, the Hermit card comes above the Squirrel Spirit card, number 57. Believe in yourself. So this is where this Hermit card really pays off, because the more you could really hone into that higher perspective, what matters to you, undoubtedly there's going to be a lot of noise for the next few months. Noise just from the outside world alone. This could be another period of 2020 in which we find ourselves really compelled to watch more of the news. We might be wasting time on Facebook politics and getting really dragged into other people's drama, which, believe me, there will be plenty of other people's drama. And that can be a big distraction for you at this time, because what's happening is the more that you can kind of go within and get aligned within yourself, the more you take a breath and you say, okay, I've been through so much. I've been through so much in 2020. I've been through so much in the past 3 or 4 years. If you really take the time to look at who you were, even just 5 years ago, notice the tremendous growth that has occurred. I just want you to take a minute to look at the way things played out within your lifetime and how it has caused you to grow. How all of those times that you've been pushed to take on new endeavors, new challenges, I feel like you've met them with grace. You've faced them head on. You've wrestled the demons. And so now is a moment where you could say, you know what? I can handle this too. Whatever this is, I believe in myself. I believe in my dreams. I believe that I deserve how I want these things to unfold. Believe in yourself. I think that's a really important message, Scorpio, for September. Underneath the 8 of Wands is a Dragon Spirit card, number 22. Truth transcends illusions. See, I think you're given a gift to be able to see through people and situations. And believe me when I tell you, it is a gift. There's almost an intuitive knowing. There's a resource that you tap into and you could read people. Now, Scorpio, this is true all of the time for you. But it's especially true now. Truth transcends illusion. There may be things that occur in September. Things that you may have been questioning. Things that didn't seem right. Things that didn't add up to you. Things you were concerned about. September comes and it brings clarity. 8 of Wands. You will get your answers. You will see a clear path forward. And that might be hard for you to believe right now. As I say this, I'm recording this, I believe today is August 19th. So we still have a couple weeks left in August, but this is for September. And I just feel as though September causes a lot of masks to kind of fall off around you. And yours as well, Scorpio, because as people start to show you who they really are and what they're really doing, it may catapult you into action to become the person you're meant to be, to take your rightful place in the world. Now that squirrel spirit comes out over your oracle card. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Believe in yourself, the Hermit, what is of the highest good. You may be getting a lot of downloads. Now remember, you have Uranus across from you in your 7th house. There is no doubt that answers are coming to you, creative ideas out of nowhere. Maybe in September, situations go from looking bleak to, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? That would solve all the problems. Opportunities may come that could really change your outlook. Underneath that dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. Realize that the outside world and the flow of inner emotions come and go. But you, the one who experiences these things, remain consciously aware of whatever passes before you. I just feel with that card that other people in your life may seem a little bit lost. A little bit unstable. Environments might seem unstable. And yet, Scorpio, you have the wisdom to see above it, to see the bigger picture, to see why everything happens the way that it happens. Now your 9-card block, 7 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. There's definitely, again, I'm picking up that feeling of avoidance. And avoiding a situation suddenly turns into being on the defense. 7 of Wands. Now, Scorpio, this energy will not be easy on my fixed signs. You may be resisting change at this time, wondering where this is going to go. 6 of Cups can represent a very spiritual soulmate connection. It does not necessarily have to be romantic. It could even be a brother or a sister or your children. It could represent loyalty that you have in connections. Even with business partners, that 6 of Cups can just represent an intense amount of loyalty. And I think Scorpio is starting to dig their heels in and resisting change because of the fear. 5 of Pentacles, fear of abandonment, fear, the lack mentality. You may be remaining loyal to someone simply because you're afraid of financial issues, you're afraid of abandonment, there's a codependent energy here. It feels kind of like the dominoes. If you let one single domino down, it's going to set off this ripple effect. You may be worried of what is going to happen once all the chips fall. Now that 7 of Wands comes out above the Emperor. And the Emperor is when we take control. 6 of Cups above the Hermit in reverse. This is that point in September where you come out of your shell, where you say the things, you do the things. If somebody in your life, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, there is a situation or a relationship, a business partnership, some kind of long-term structure in your life that there are a lot of fears around right now. Fear of the stability, fear of the reliability. And the Hermit card in reverse is when you need to step in and say something or do something in order to gain control. Now, I will tell you this. 7 of Wands, the Emperor, and the 7 of Swords, Scorpio. I do have to say that sometimes we're in a time of rapid change. And Scorpio and my fixed signs don't always respond well to change, even though, Scorpio, even though your gift in this universe is your ability to transform. You know all too well what comes with that transformation process, right? The Emperor. It's not easy. And so once you gain an ounce of control over something, it's really easy for Scorpio to dig their heels in and make sure that nothing changes. And yet, by resisting the change, you may be selling yourself short. The Emperor and the Hermit in reverse means now is the time to let this person know how you feel. You know, now is the time, whoever this is, that you sit back and you say, I've been watching for a while and I'm worried. And you open those lines of communication. If this is a partner, it will not serve you to tie them down. If you are in a connection with somebody, like I said, that codependent, toxic energy, when you don't know where you stand with someone, you tend to grasp, right? You tend to try to hold on. The Emperor, you want to remain in control. You certainly don't want to be the person saying, I love you first, or I need you, because that would make you seem unstable. And yet I think there's a lot going on in the Scorpio. I think there's a lot brewing beneath the surface, and it may be triggering this Five of Pentacles energy of, oh my God, I'm about to lose everything. Oh my God, this person may not have the same feelings that I have. This person may not believe in this project the way I believe in this project. The Emperor can also represent a father figure or a boss or some form of an authority figure in your life. And you may have to confront that authority figure. Now maybe you're feeling as though this Emperor is very detached. And it's triggering some of these, oh my God, he's not in love with me, she's not in love with me, she doesn't feel the same. I think what's happening is you're working through things a lot, you know, on a subconscious level. And yet a lot of people have no idea what's going on. You may appear to have everything under control, but things are bubbling to the surface. 7 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 2 of Pentacles. There's a lot of juggling. You know, the 7 of Swords is stressful energy. It also feels a little bit like being on the defensive, because the 7 of Swords to me always represents self-sabotage, selling ourselves short, believing in the negative instead of the positive parts of life. And since you pulled the card, believe in yourself, I think Scorpio, you may be forced to take on maybe even more responsibility. You know, maybe this is a job and for some reason, you know, your boss or somebody's not really invested. Ten of Pentacles can represent a lot of people. Maybe you're dealing with an authority figure that is actually stealing or, self-sabotaging themselves in some way, which ultimately makes your stability in jeopardy. You may find yourself, Scorpio, staying in this situation because you're having a hard time picturing anything else. It may be a situation where you've been here for so long, you've been with these people for so long. The change you would have to make seems so overwhelming. I get a sense that you want to fix this. I get a sense that you want this particular thing to work out. And if there's a chance it does, because I really don't end on a clear answer, which means you may not have a clear answer in September. It may also mean that it's going to be a different answer for all of you. But what really happens, regardless of the situation that plays out in order to bring it to you, is that new opportunities may begin to present themselves to you, and you have to make yourself flexible enough to see them when they come. Definitely get the feeling that Scorpio is in the very least going to have some big and difficult conversations this month. And I have a feeling that fear of your financial stability might be the very thing that pushes you to say or do that big thing. Now your moon cards, balsamic moon, a time for healing, and then waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams. Now I can't tell you that this situation works out and you stay, or this situation ends and you find something else that's meant for you. But whatever it is, the outcome will be beneficial to you. You've got a lot of stuff happening in this 11th house of dreams and wishes. And there may be changes and they may be scary, but ultimately they will be rewarding. And that is really a message I'm getting repeatedly for each sign in different matters. I'm definitely picking up more of a career vibe on this reading. And not necessarily, but it feels that way. It could also be about a friendship. It just feels like there's something going on that you take really seriously in your life. It's somebody or something that you're really loyal to. And I do think that it works out to your advantage. But I'm not sure you're going to see that advantage in the beginning of September. The beginning of September might really just be noisy. Enough noise to push you to the edge, to say that thing that knocks over that first domino, that sets destiny at play. A time for healing and clean it up. Clean it up is where you do the things you've been putting off. You say the things that you haven't been saying for a really long time. Maybe things are quiet. Maybe maybe it is your business and you're worried about finances, sales are slow. Maybe you lost a major client or you lost a major job. And although it feels like a hit, ultimately it's a chance for you to pause, to clean things up, to get things organized, to go through and do that filing, declutter everything in your outside world as well as your inside. Clean it up. When Mars squares Saturn, we run into that, oh my God, I wish this could happen. I want to make this happen. I want to make this happen. And then Saturn says, but you're not qualified. You don't have enough money to invest. You don't have the credit that you need. Saturn's always going to be why you can't do it. And Mars is always going to be that I want to do it anyways. And squares are really beautiful energy because it means we're going to have a breakthrough. It's kind of like something getting squeezed until it pops. The energy has to go somewhere. And once it does, once that thing pops, it no longer hurts so badly. It's time to heal. Once you say that thing or do that thing that you've been fantasizing or dreaming about doing for so long, you get to clear the air. If this is a person that you have to confront because there's a lot of deep disappointment or resentments building up inside of you, I think that conversation alone will remove so many blocks from your life. Have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, and card number 16, all that glitters. I like this card because it kind of represents springtime to me, that feeling like the sun will rise again. If you're leaving a job, another one will come and it will fulfill that which you are meant to do next. And by all means, you may be changing your relationship to your finances at the same time. Maybe now is the time where you got to clean up that credit so that you could do that thing, so that you could buy your own business, so you could start your own company, so you could, start that project you've always wanted. The Emperor, that Saturn energy is going to come and it's going to tell you one by one all the reasons why you can't do this thing that you really want to do. And that means that one by one you knock those things off your list and you make it happen anyways. There will be success. Overall energy, 3 of Wands in reverse. Not waiting on anybody anymore. Not waiting on people to change, people to improve, other people to clean this stuff up. It's time for action. Absolutely. I think Virgo season is really going to catapult you into a whole nother arena here. And Scorpio, I think it's going to be really good for you. Just be careful of that energy where you sell yourself short. You've got to believe that you can do the things you want to do. That if you have to walk away from a situation because somebody else has disappointed you or left you, you have to believe in yourself. You have to choose yourself. What's best for you? What's best for your family? And I do believe the rest of the pieces will just suddenly fall into place. Really cool reading, Scorpio. Okay, so I'm going to be back around September 9th with a pick a card reading for Mars retrograde. And then I'll probably be back with another pick a card reading at the end of the month. I wanted to focus on Saturn moving direct. And that's about it. So I really hope that you have a wonderful month, Scorpio. Believe in yourself, and I'll see you in October. Bye.